Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Results Podcast. Your host, Dennis Cardona, and let's go on a journey, guys. So imagine that me and you had a transaction. Me and you had a deal, right? And in this deal, you provided me $100, and in exchange, I provided you $20. And we did that week after week, month after month, day after day, year after year, decade after decade, until one time you finally realize, hey, this transaction that we got going on isn't fair. But at that point that you realize, it's too late. It's too late. You spent your whole life doing this transaction, and you finally realize it was the worst transaction you can ever do. This is to illustrate your current reality. The matrix, the rat race. I like to refer to it as reality. A lot of us, for the ones of us who don't fabricate their lives, for the few people, or should I say the majority of us, right, who aren't multimillionaires, right, and who have to go to a job that they can't stand or don't like or not in love with, right, that's our reality. We give our employers 5 days, our energy, time, our efforts, regardless of what we have going on, in exchange for 2 days of freedom that we then have to indulge in drinking or indulge in partying or indulge in pleasure-seeking activities just to feel sane so we don't burn out. And granted, you don't have to do any of those things, but that's what a lot of people do to cope with the current situation, the current realities that they're facing. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't stop doing these activities, if you don't stop engaging those behaviors, you will be in that transaction that we currently had, and before you know it, it's too late. You're going to wake up and your whole life's going to pass you by. And then it's going to be too late. You're going to wake up and be like, damn. If you aren't willing to do the things, regardless of how you feel, you will never succeed. Let me rephrase that for you. If you don't do the things that you must do, whether you feel like or not, you will not achieve success. Okay. I hope you listen to that phrase. I hope that really engraves. It's a simple concept. But yet, how often do we, for example, work all day, hit the gym, and then we arrive home after a nice warm shower, lay down and be like, you know what? I'll get to it tomorrow. You know what? I'm not really in the mood. You know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna get to it tomorrow, right? That's the majority of us, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna be real with you. That was me today. I was like, you know what? All day, I was a demonstrator, negotiator. I was a facilitator. I was an entertainer. I hit the gym. I just want to relax. I just want to watch some YouTube and not think. But then, you know what happened to me? Played in my mind. Fuck. I don't feel like going to work today. The reality of my Monday, right, coming up, going back to what I just am trying to take a break from, it's approaching. And if I don't take different actions, I won't get different results. I'll be stuck in the matrix. I'll be stuck in the rat race. I will be stuck in my current reality. I was sitting in my office. And the way my office is, it faces large windows, and I see every car pass by. And all these cars pass by is like moments of my life that I've sacrificed for its occupation. The parties I didn't go to, the celebration I couldn't go to, the trips I couldn't spend with my family because I sacrificed. And as I sit back, I was like, man, I'm making good money. I drive a nice car. I live in a good area, you know. I live in a nice facility. And it dawned to me, I don't have my freedom. I don't have the ability to do what I want, when I want, how I want it. And then it dawned to me, I'm not going to end my life like this. I'm not going to end my life in this occupation. I was destined. I was meant for greatness. So some of you guys might be resonating what I'm saying. Some of you guys might, you know what? I agree, Dennis. I'm better than the occupation of it. I'm better than just going to my fast food job, working 2 jobs, maybe working 3 jobs just to make ends meet, right? Whatever situation you got going, You got to identify that you're greater, that you were meant for more. However, to embark on this journey, to embark on this road, you need to understand it's going to take everything out of you. It's going to take dedication, time, effort. I want to go back to these items. Let me highlight time. You are not, let me break it down to you, right? You don't go to the gym and expect six-pack abs by doing sit-ups one time, right? You don't go to the gym and expect to have nice killer arms, biceps, triceps by going to the gym one time, right? You know that. Me and you both know that, right? You know, after repeated efforts and times, after repeatedly eating right, after repeatedly going on bed on time, you're gonna see the results, right? You know for a fact that if you eat right, you exercise right, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen without any doubt in your mind, right? So you gotta have that same conviction in your life. That if I start investing in myself, if I start creating a plan, if I start looking into it and then evaluating what's going right and what's going wrong, eventually, after all the successes and failures that I go through, I will achieve my goal. Regardless of how far of a stretch that seems, regardless of what people think about me, regardless of what they say, oh man, he ain't gonna do it. Oh, he crazy. Oh man, I feel bad for him, man. Regardless of that, you have to see your vision and understand that your vision was given to you and nobody else. Nobody else will understand what you see. Guys, regardless if you feel like it, if you don't, you must put in the work. Understand this. Nobody's coming to save you. No Batman. No Superman's just gonna fly down with the cape. Hey, I saw you struggling. Let me help you out. No one's coming. Okay. Sorry. I gotta be the bad guy. Sorry, I gotta be the one to deliver the bad news. But I wish someone would have told me this earlier. I wish I would have known that in order for me to become the millionaire that I desire to be, become the CEO that I desire to be, I have to develop that. I got to develop a plan, course of action. I got to take these actions and evaluate what's working, what's not, and then keep repeating the cycle until I get to my desired results. I've done other facets of my life, and so now I can replicate this. Don't keep engaging in the transaction I discussed earlier. Don't keep giving up your $100, and that $100 is your time, your energy, your focus to another employer, and then in return only receiving $20 benefits, compensation, weekends, pay time off. This podcast is for the few. This podcast is for the people who want more in life. I'm not talking to everybody, okay? But for the few people who are like, you know what? I know I can do it. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Guys, this is the foundation of us creating a brotherhood. This is going to be the circle, the inner circle, right? The Results for Excuses Syndicate. Guys, there's only two things you can get in life, okay? It's only two things you can get in life. Results or excuses. What will we decide? Give yourself a round of applause. Your future self is thanking you for the work that you will commit. Peace.